What's up, guys? Out in Fort Pierce, Florida at a shipper. Just picked up a Kubota lawnmower. Got this little piece right here. Should be no more than 2,000 pounds, and I'm going to use 2 chains to secure it. We've got chain points on the back, but we really don't have any good chain points on the front, so I might run chains here or somewhere around this piece. I'll figure something out. 2 chains and probably 2 binders and we should be good. Maybe 3 binders at tops. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna use these little plates right here, put my hook over here and pull this forward right over here. I'm gonna do the same thing on the back. I mean on the opposite side, on the passenger side, and then we'll pull the rear of the machine backwards. All right, guys, and similar on the passenger side. Alright, guys, I'll leave this like this for now. I'm gonna go do the rear and then we'll tighten everything. Alright, guys, got everything chained down, so 2 chains and 3 binders is what I ended up using. We get the front hooked right there, pulling it forward. Same thing on the other side, and we've got 1 chain through the chain hooks, pulling it backwards. Alright, guys, this is going somewhere in Louisiana. I think slightly over 800 miles. Definitely trying to find an addition to this load because this load does not pay enough. But you know how it is getting out of Florida, it's really tough. So trying to get an additional load to go along with it. So hopefully that happens. If not, it is what it is. Damn boards on the trailer are starting to warp big time, and when they warp, they snap the bolts. PJ trailers couldn't use more bolts or screws to hold the boards down to the trailer. All right, guys, let's hit the road and see if we can find something else to go along with this. Morning, guys. I just got pulled over in Mississippi. A DOT officer wanted to do an inspection on my truck. Currently he's doing all the paperwork. I am getting a violation because I did overlook my annual inspection for truck and trailer. It expired a couple months back and I completely forgot about it, so I am getting a violation for that, but everything else is good. So he's supposed to give me some new stickers and I'll be on my way. I'm about an hour away from my drop. And I did ask him, because I was curious, if they pay more attention to semi-trucks or hot shots. He said it depends. Like today it's hot outside, so he's pulling over more hot shots because he does not want to climb under the semi-truck trailer, check the brakes, measure everything, because that is a lot more work. So I guess it depends on the weather and, you know, things like that, because the semi trucks do require a lot more for the inspection. Guys, so I just left the DOT medical examiner's office. I had to get a DOT medical done because my card expired at the end of May, and I completely forgot because it's been 2 years since I've done it. But yeah, DOT officer, you know, he went into his car to do all the paperwork and everything, and then he decides to open his window and ask me, hey, do you have your medical card? And I didn't really think much about it because I do have it. I had no idea it was expired because it's been 2 years since I've done it. I gave it to him and he told me that it expired on May 31st. I was like, oh boy. So that was another violation, and he put me out of service for it. He said, you're out of service. You can either drop your trailer here or go to the nearest truck stop, which was TA in Slidell, Louisiana. And he said you can go get your medical done, and as soon as you have that done, you can get back on the road. So while he was doing the inspection, I scheduled an appointment. And
continue on US 190 East for 1.5 miles.
And then I dropped the trailer at TA and went and got my medical done. So that sucks that I had received out of service, because that does go on your history, and brokers can see that, and that definitely affects you in a negative way. But it is what it is. You can't always remember every single little paper that you have, especially if it's been 2 years since you've done it. But guys, be sure you check all your paperwork just to make sure everything's good and fresh. So I'm going back to TA. I gotta hook my trailer, and I've got an hour left to go to drop that load, and I do have another load lined up that I need to go pick up. Alright guys, so that load is off of the trailer, and now I've got a 1 hour and 6 minute drive to, what is it, Foxworth, Mississippi, going to pick up some steel that's going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's gonna be fun. Alright guys, let's get out of this dusty area, because it is dusty over here. It's a job site. Alright, let's get rolling, pick up the next load, and get on our way. Hey guys, so I made it to the shipper, getting loaded right now. I'm getting 9 pallets, and they're all gonna be similar to this. Just a bunch of heavy steel. They're very low profile. Just very heavy. Alright guys, taking a little break from strapping because it's pouring cats and dogs out here. Alright guys, they were nice enough to let me pull kind of inside into the bay area because it was raining cats and dogs out here and it was actually hailing. But I'm all done. Got one strap over the single pellet and then we've got 2 straps over each bundle of 2. I had to put 2 pieces of wood in the center because the straps weren't really pressing the center down, and since there's a gap here, these aren't butted up against each other. I don't want them shifting. If they were against each other, I wouldn't need to use these pieces of wood because the strap would be pressing them down good enough and they would be butted up against each other and they can't shift. But this is what we have, guys. We got a 10-hour drive to Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, guys, let's get going. What's up, guys? Made it to the receiver. About to unstrap all of this stuff and get it off the trailer. This is a very strange place. No signs of where receiving is. Just a bunch of bay doors. All right, let's get this stuff unstrapped and unloaded. Guys, just dropped off that load and now I gotta go pick up my new load, which is about 5 miles, so about 8-10 minutes away from here. That should work.
Hey man, whenever you go inside this, I get you to pull up.
Alright guys, just got loaded. We got 2 pieces. They're some kind of steel metal. They're about 18 feet long each and about maybe 1.5 or 2 foot wide each. 3,000 pounds. I'm about to strap it, tarp it, and get out of here. Alright guys, finished strapping and tarping, and here's what we have. This one is a really easy one to tarp. Alright guys, this one's going to Vegas. I only have about 3 hours to drive today, and it's already, what time is it? It's 3 p.m. so chances of finding another load to go along with this are very slim for today, so probably look for one tomorrow morning and hopefully find some. As of now, I'm probably gonna go to a truck stop. Alright guys, just made it to the receiver, about to take the tarp off and get this thing off of the trailer, and I've got another load to go pick up, which is about 14 miles away from here. Drop that load off, and now we've got a 24-minute drive to pick up the next load that's going to Colorado. Pick that up, spend my Saturday in Vegas, do my reset, and start driving on Sunday morning to Colorado. It's like an 8-hour drive, so for now, let's go pick up that load. Hey guys, so I just made it to the shipper, but they are not ready to load the machine onto the trailer. I don't know why the broker has been telling me to hurry up and get here by 11 a.m. I get here like at, what is it, 10:30 I think. Yeah, I got here at 10:30 and the machine is still inside, and they're just now getting it ready, bolting it down to the wood to put on a trailer, but they said about 30 minutes to an hour. Big machine. It's about 12 feet long and it's about 7 foot wide and 8 foot tall, and it has to be tarped. That's gonna be fun. And also there's one pallet that goes along with it, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but it does have a lot of sharp edges, so I hope they can throw some cardboard on it because I do not have enough blankets, so we'll see what happens. Guys, so I've been here for over 2 hours now, and they're just now starting to move the machine outside. It's been a painful process.
Straight back, now keep going straight back. You're on the knee a little bit, yep, a little bit more, okay.
Guys, we got another problem. This is as high as it goes. Doesn't go up any higher, so working on a plan to get it onto the trailer. Hey guys, so I am still here. They were unable to load that thing onto the trailer. The forks didn't go up high enough, so they had to order another forklift, and by the time they ordered, they said it was going to be like 2.5 hours before it gets here, unfortunately. So I've been here since 10:30 a.m. Been here since 10:30 a.m. It is 4:30 p.m. now, and guys, it's brutal out here. It's 100 degrees. There's the temperature in Vegas, 100 degrees. Crazy. And I've got a that thing. That's gonna be fun. All right, guys, the forklift should be here any minute now, hopefully. They just called a little while ago and said they were about 25 minutes out. So hopefully they get here quick, get that thing loaded, and I'm gonna go park at a truck stop and do my reset until Sunday, and then drive to Colorado Sunday, yeah, that's right. Sunday morning I'll leave. It's about an 8-hour drive, and drop this on Monday. All right, guys, the new forklift is here and it's got a boom. So this thing should work a lot better. It's got a 50-foot reach as well.
Get into it, gotta come on it, 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 get it through my, 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 get it to it. Get it to it.
All right, guys, finally got everything secured and tarped. Windy as hell. Tarping was a pain in the ass. I had some help. Guys, it's been a long day. I've been here since 10:45 a.m. and it's 7 p.m. right now. It's been a long day, but hopefully I get some detention pay for this. Here's what we got. We've got this pallet with some metal stuff. That there was a part of a table for this machine here. And here's the machine. It's a sander. This thing's 11,000 pounds. Almost 8 feet tall. This thing wrapped like a candy. Alright, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to a truck stop. I need to get some rest. It's super hot over here. I'm wore out. I'm just super exhausted. Going to a truck stop. guys, so I did my reset in Vegas on Saturday, and then today is Sunday. I drove as close as I could to my destination. I'm in Grand Junction, Colorado right now, about an hour away from my drop, and I need to drop this load tomorrow at 8 a.m. So my first load, I didn't give you guys the numbers on any of these loads. My first load out of Florida to Kentucky, that was $1,100. Then out of Kentucky, my load to Oklahoma, that paid $1,300. When I dropped that out of Oklahoma, I picked up another load to Las Vegas. At first, that load was paying $2,600, and the plan was to add something more to that load because it didn't have to be delivered until Monday. But then at the end of the day, the broker called my dispatcher and he said that load has to be delivered on Friday. So back and forth talking, he gave us an extra $1,500 to get that load dropped off on Friday. So $4,100 for that load, which was awesome. That was like 3,000 pounds and it was super low. That was awesome. And then I dropped that off and I picked up this load that I have on a trailer right now, which is from Las Vegas to Colorado, Montrose, Colorado. That load at first paid $1,700, but I did come there, the load was not ready. Then by the time they got it ready, they were getting it outside, they got it to the trailer. The forklift that they rented, since that load they had to anchor from the top because they cannot lift it from the bottom. Their forklift that they rented did not go high enough to put it on a trailer. So we had to wait another 2.5 hours for a different forklift with a boom, is what they got as a replacement, for that to arrive. And then eventually we got that loaded. So I think I spent a total of 8 hours over there. So I got, you know, first 2 hours are always free, then I got a $300 detention pay for that. So that made this load $2,000. So total for the week, I'm at $8,500, which is not bad at all. That's a pretty decent week, especially with a pretty bad start out of Florida. I had a feeling this week was not going to go as good as this. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but you never know how things can turn out, and they can turn out really good. Alright guys, another thing is, since I got a violation for not having an inspection on my truck and trailer because I overlooked, and my inspection, I think they expired like 3 months ago, and every single Love's that I've been to, nobody has time to do an inspection. It's like they always keep saying tomorrow morning, tomorrow morning. And one of them I asked, I said, since I have that big crack on my windshield, I said, do you guys pass that? One guy at one of the Loves said yes. The Loves over here in Grand Junction, they said no, it can't be more than 3/4 of an inch. So that sucks. I pretty much have to find a Loves that will say, sure, we can pass that. But yeah, that would suck to have to replace the windshield, because it's like around $1,000 bucks. But we'll see if I get lucky enough with another truck stop that says, yeah, we can pass it. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys on the next one.